So I'm going to put up a slightly harder question. 4x minus 5 is equal to, let's go with 13. So we've got our king who is here, okay? And we need to make sure the king is by himself, okay? Now who's next to the king? The guard, okay? So the guard's there, okay? And this is the other enemy as well. So these are two enemies, okay? And the enemy outside. Now obviously you don't have to do this, but this is explaining it so anyone can really understand it. Now in order to save this king, we need to remove all its enemies, okay? Now we can't get to the guard first. We have to get through to this enemy who's outside the castle, okay? That's who we're going to meet first. And we have to remove this person and bring him to the other side. How do we do that? We're going to do the opposite operation, which is plus 5, and do it on this side as plus 5 as well. Now you're left with 4x is equal to 18. Okay, so 4x is equal to 18, and then how do we get rid of this 4, who's the guard? We've got to do divide. Why is it divide? Because there's an actual times there. You cannot see that operation. It's invisible. So you've got to get rid of it by doing divide. So now that's going to be x is equal to 18 over 4. Now the next question is, do I leave it as a decimal place? Do I leave it as a fraction? Now if you leave it as a fraction, you can simplify this by dividing both sides by 2, which is 9 over 2. Okay, if the question says leave it as a decimal place, then you find the decimal place out. Okay, but we're just going to leave it as a fraction. But that's how you go about this question. You are meeting, in order to save this king, you've got to make him by himself. Okay, the guard is protecting it, so we need to get to the other guard who's on the outside. We're going to meet this guard first. We're going to remove this guard to the other side by doing the opposite operation. And the opposite operation is plus 5. Then we can get to this guard who is on this side, and we're going to divide him. Okay, that's how you solve it. We're going to go through another question which involves fractions.